sections. Remember, it incorporates the account equation, it incorporates general ledger. Can you see now? So GJ is the one that most people felt like I had to do it. So can I focus on the GJ, guys, for this lesson? But you are still allowed to ask other questions, because even if I'm going to do the GJ, there are other things that I need to talk about which affect CBR, they affect GJ, they affect other journals. So I think we're for the same or common challenge, I think we can focus on the GJ, okay? So unfortunately, guys, because you know that I'm just helping you, you're not a part of my group, so you didn't have the slides that I'm going to use for now. So please, I'm going to use the slides, and thereafter I can send you the slides that I'm going to use, okay? So I'm also going to send the link. Doreen is going to send you the link for the session, and then on that link, I'll ask you to attach the notes that I have, because I've got my own notes, so I can attach them, okay? Thank you very much once again, guys. I think we can start now. So I'm going to share something for now, just bear with me, and then I'm going to do it now so that we can understand. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the other group, of which it was very productive. Obviously, I'm going to focus on the subsidiary journals, and then I think you know by now, I think your lecturers gave you the theory. I'm not going to waste time on the theory. You know by now that we have got about 8 of them, 8 subsidiary journals, of which you need to know all of them, because in the exam, when they ask you to compile this kind of books, they normally give you a mixture of transactions. I think you've seen that. So they cannot just give you only the transactions which must go to the CBR. They normally mix them, and you need to use your skill in order to identify which transactions will go to CBR, which transactions will go to the GJ, and things like that. Okay. But as I said, guys, I'm not going to waste time on that. So if you need these notes of mine, I can send you by email, or Doreen will send you by email, like she did when she sent you this session link. Okay. So this is what I normally do. This is what I normally use, guys. By the way, those who don't know, I do have a YouTube channel. So if you want to go and check my YouTube, guys, you can go and check my YouTube channel. According to the feedback that I got, people are saying it's very helpful. Not only you guys from Varsity College, even people from, you know, UNISA, other universities, they say, Sylvester, you are doing a very good job. So we are not the same. Please go and check my YouTube channel, because some of the videos which I do for my other groups, I post them there. Can you see that? Maybe you can go and check something. So, okay, Mr. Chi, let me just write my YouTube channel name so that you can go and check, guys, and I will appreciate the feedback, okay? So you can just search for this name, Sylvester Simono. You'll find me there. And then my email address, let me put it for you guys so that you can, for future correspondence, let me double check it. Yes, this is my email address, guys. You can just use it for now. Okay. So please, you can use it. And then again, yeah. So remember, I'm not your lecturer, but I can still help you. So it doesn't mean that if I'm not your lecturer, so I must not help you. Okay. So let me just go through this. The reason why I compiled this slide, guys, because I know that I've been around. I think some of you know me. I think I see some familiar names there. So I've been around for a long time, so I know what to expect when it comes to the tests and exams. Sometimes you'll find, I can give you an example here. Sometimes you can find that they say you sold, or they sold goods on credit. Okay, let me just check something here. There are some comments here. What? Okay, email address. So can I get these slides, please? I will send you the slide sharing. Jaden, thank you so much, Jaden, for watching the videos. Please just check. You know, sometimes the old ones are not of a higher quality. Remember the old ones? I was capturing myself from the classroom with the cell phone. So we progress. So at least nowadays we've got these systems like VCLAN where I can just use it. But thank you very much for that, Jaden. Please spread the word there. Remember, if the channel grows again, you know, it will help us to have more in the future. Okay. So let me come back to these guys. As you can see here, perfect. Subscribe. Tell everyone to subscribe, guys. Otherwise, next time I'm not going to help you. Can you see I've got about 56 students here? I want to see 56 subscribers after this. If you don't do this, next time I'm not gonna post for you. I'm just joking, guys. But yeah, you can go and subscribe so that when I post, you'll find that. Okay. So yeah, please just go. And I also have a book. So please, thank you. And then yeah, yes, I'm there, Mr. T. 3.76 I'm telling you, there are very few people, even some colleges. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not bragging. It's a fact. Even some colleges, I'm telling you, I beat them as one man. Huh? I beat them as one man. So at least I'm doing a very good job, guys. I just share for me. I don't gain anything, to be honest, at the moment. I don't gain anything, but hopefully in future I will gain something. But when I started this channel, guys, I didn't have any expectations of having a revenue. No, for me, it's just sharing because I've got nothing to lose. Okay, guys, let me come back to this. The reason why I compiled this slide, guys, is for the fact that you can find that sometimes when you are writing a test, for example, when they say sold stock, they don't tell you whether that stock was sold for cash or it was sold on credit. Can you see that one can be challenging? So some examiners, what they do, they say sold goods and they just stop. So they will give you the source document. By looking at that source document, you must understand whether you have sold on credit or you sold for cash. So you need to understand this source document. You must know that. Can you see I just put them specifically for you there? So if you see these source documents, already you must know that you go to one of these books. Can you see now? Yes, it's very rare to find this situation, but should they give you a situation whereby they are not specific when it comes to the identification of those transactions and they use source document, don't hesitate. Just know that this source document will guide you where to go. Is everyone following, guys? Can I see yes, so that I can see that you understand this? But I'm going to send you these slides, okay? I'm going to send you these slides, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for response. Thank you so much once again. So I'm not going to waste time on the theory, guys. I'm just going to go through this theory quickly just to show you how do my slides look like. I know somewhere here I made a mistake, so this was just an error. So I remember the analysis of resistant account. So I meant to write David here. I'm going to just write it here for you. I meant to write David here because remember, you cannot open an analysis of receipts account. There's nothing like that. So this was supposed to shift and come this side. Yes, they will give you the headings for the journals. They will even give you the format. Can you see now? So you just have to fill in the information. Are we together? But I think for the assignment, they don't give you anymore. I think you wrote the assignment already. Please just advise me. Did they give you the format for assignments? I don't think so. I think they changed. They only give formats for the tests and exams. Okay. Or they did, so obviously they must repeat. But according to what I heard, they said from now, maybe for now, they just thought, okay, let's just give them the formats. But I think from next year, they will make sure that for assignments, they won't give any formats, but for the test and exam, they will give you the formats. But in that way, you're going to save time. I'm saying you're going to save time. So again, guys, let me zoom a bit so that you can see. I think you are familiar with this format. They will give you this format. But what I want to indicate and to make sure that you understand, it is important for you to know fires. Okay, I thought you were raising your hand. I'm not sure if my audio is working, guys. I don't know. This audio has got a problem. Now, so can you see for each and every book or subsidiary journal, you must know the main account. As you know, the main account here is bank. I think you know this, they told you in class. So the main account is where you will always include VAT if you are a VAT vendor. Can you see now? So what you need to do, because some students make mistakes, when they record, they don't know where to exclude VAT and where to include VAT. We only include VAT under the main account. If something is not the main account, please do not include VAT. I hope that you are following me. So the main account here is bank. That's why you can see that I wrote including VAT. Can you see that? So I hope that you're following. Okay, by the main account, Jaden, I'm referring to the account whereby all the other accounts will be recorded into. For example, this sales amount will be part of the bank. This output will be part of the bank. This debtors will be part of the bank. This sundry will be part of the bank. Does that make sense, Jaden? It's where all the amounts will will be transferred to at the end of that particular day. Does that make sense? Jaden, thank you so much for that. Okay, so like I said, guys, and again at the bottom here, can you see it is important for you to write this at the bottom. By the way, you are not compelled by any law or regulation to write these things at the bottom. But these things are very useful when it comes to the transfers to general ledger accounts. You will see, I hope, okay, unfortunately, we're not going to have time to transfer today, but when you transfer to the ledger account, this will help you a lot. So please practice and make sure that you know how to write these things at the bottom here. For example, it is not advisable for you to write to memorize everything. What I can advise you to do, just know the main account. Like here, the main account is bank. And remember, this is the cash book receipts. It means we are receiving cash in this bank. So the bank will increase on the debit side. So if you are writing exam, just master the main column, because the minute you put debit under the main account, all the other accounts up to sundry account will be the opposite. Can you see? We've got debit here, now we've got credit, 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 credit. Can you see? This will save you time. But remember, the cost of sales behave differently. The cost of sales will always be the same as the main account. That is a fact. So what you can do, just master the main account, and you know that you're going to apply the opposite on the other columns. Are you with me, guys? Let me see. Yes, yes, so that I can continue. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, let me just switch over. So on the next slide, guys, I'm not going to waste time. So this is what I do, guys. I'm trying to explain each and every column that you see from the previous slide. Okay, so this one you can go through them. Let's say, for example, you are at home, and then I'm not there to help you. So you can just go and refer to the notes. So these notes, I'm trying to explain those columns in detail. Can you see now? So again, they can be very useful to you guys. Can you see now? I'm just trying. Can you see? I took my time, guys, just to avail these notes for you. Can you see, guys, how colorful are they? Can you see? I even use red. I'm telling you, this red is the best. You know. So please use these notes. Don't decorate with them. Thank you so much, guys. I'm not going to waste time. Can you see? A man of my caliber is trying to explain this to you. These notes, you will get them via the email. Remember, they will send you the link. This link will be sent to you. So when they send you the link for the lesson that we are just going to have, I will also ask them to attach these notes. Okay, so you're gonna find these notes attached. Masha, I don't understand the question. You say, when do you think we will get it? I don't know if I just answered you with that. No, remember I said they will send you they will send you the link for this. Remember, this lesson is recorded. So Doreen said she will send the link to you for this video, and on that link I will ask her to attach these notes. Is it okay? Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So you will see these guys by the time. I'm not gonna waste time here. Can you see? Again, the other books. Can you see? There are about 8 of them. Again, I tried. Can you see? I'm just trying to explain them to you. Can you see? Again, the main column here. Can you see now? The main column is bank. Can you see? As I said, the main column is where you input VAT, and then the other columns you don't include. Okay. Again, guys, I believe that the formats you can learn them as the time progresses. Okay. Again, guys, you can see. I gave you some notes. You know, I care about your future, because I know that if you're in future, you're gonna employ me. You know, I'm gonna be one of your best employees. So that's why I need to contribute towards your success. Okay, guys. So that's, like I said, I'm not gonna waste time on this, guys. I'm just showing you, even the petty case, guys. I showed you here. You can see now, and I told you. This one is a little bit different. I'm not just gonna say it. So in other words, here I must say ignore it, but it's okay. And then I try to explain. I try to, even the data scope. Can you see a man of my caliber is on fire here? Can you see even the colors here are red? Red for danger is what they normally say. Can you see now? If I see red, I see fire. I'm telling you, I'm just showing you data allowances. I'm telling you, when you are at home, you're gonna enjoy these notes. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go directly to the GJ. You can see these notes, you can have these notes, and you can look at them at home. Okay, no problem. Because of the time constraints, I cannot go through. I wish I can go through everything. Okay. I don't know what for the exam I'm also going to give you. Before you write the exam, I'm going to give you another booster of money. So my main focus is going to be here. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. I appreciate that. So because Cheryl, when you say this, Cheryl, I'm telling you, I will do more. I will accelerate. If you tell me, Sylvester, you are the best, no, I'm going to show off. I'm telling you. Because normally when I do this, I think about the haters. When the haters are very angry, I accelerate. And then I become successful. Okay. So this is how the GJ looks like. Remember, we record in the GJ all the transactions which cannot be recorded in the other journals. Okay. Thank you for that, Jaden. And then it means there are about 8 of them. We've got CBR, CBP, DJ, DAJ, CJ, CAJ, PCJ, and GJ. So the GJ is the last one. So the GJ caters for those transactions which cannot be recorded in the other journals. By the other journals, I'm referring to all the other journals except GJ. Okay, so GJ is the one that most students find difficult. And what I like about the GJ, it has got the elements of account equation, it has got the elements of general ledger, it has got, it has got many things in it. So I'm gonna focus on the GJ. But before we can go and take a question, remember guys, I've been around. I told you that I've been around for some time. That's why I even call myself the non-current asset for Varsity College. Because I've been lecturing this module for a long time. So I know the common transactions that we need to expect. So these are most commonly transactions that you can find in your syllabus. So the minute you see these transactions, like it or not, you must go and record in the GJ. And I know in the exam you don't have time. Sometimes you're confused, you don't know where to go. So let me go through these transactions one by one. You know that capital can come in various ways. It can either be in the form of cash or in the form of any other format. For example, capital can come in the form of a fixed asset, like a land and building, like in vehicles, like equipment, etc. So if the capital comes in the form of something that is not cash, that capital will always be recorded in the GJ because you cannot record it in other channels. But if the capital came in the form of cash, is then that you can go to the CBR. Can you see now? So all the non-cash capital contributions, like it or not, you go to the GJ. Now, let me talk about the interest received and the interest paid. Here we need to be careful. I'm not talking about the interest that you are going to see on your bank statement. Yes, Jaden, if the owner contributes vehicle, so you're gonna, it's not a cash. Can you see now? You must go to the GJ. Yes, you are correct, Jaden. Okay. Now, let me go back to the interest. So this interest, I'm not talking about the interest that you see on your bank statement. I'm talking about the interest that has been charged to debtors and creditors. You know, sometimes as a debtor, if my debtors are not paying on time, remember they always charge you the interest. Like here at Varsity College, let's say, for example, you are not paying your account according to the terms of payment. What they usually do, they make sure that they charge you interest on your account. So that interest is the one that I'm referring to. And again, as a business, sometimes our creditors will charge us if, for example, we don't pay according to the terms of payment. That interest will always be in the GJ. Are we together? So let's make sure that we understand what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about drawings. Again, drawings can come in 2 ways. The owner can either take cash from the business, and sometimes the owner doesn't take cash. The owner can take a vehicle that belongs to the business and make it his own. You need to be careful. If the owner took cash for own use, you need to make sure that you go and record under CBP, because that is an outflow of cash. But if the owner took something other than cash, for example, the vehicle, yes, Damien, you are correct, the trade inventory, those will always go to the GJ. So you need to be careful in the exam because they try to confuse you. Because I know sometimes they say drawings and most students just go to the CBP. Please check how is that drawings. Is it cash or non-cash? No problem. Let me go to the next one. The next one is called, there's a question here. When he takes for himself his drawings, yes, you are correct. But when he takes cash, Jared, Jared, you are correct. When the cash goes to the CVP, but any other drawings other than cash will go to the GJ. Okay. Now, let me talk about the settlement discount granted and settlement discount received. Guys, these discounts are given to debtors and creditors. For example, if let's say I've got someone who owes me, think about varsity college. If he takes petty cash, Mr. T, sorry guys, I'm trying to answer the questions here. If he takes petty cash, you still have drawings, but the other account won't be banked. You don't go to the CVP. It will go to petty cash journal. Are we together? It will go to the PCJ, but still it's a drawing. Are we together, Mr. T? Thank you so much. Now, let me go back to the settlement discount granted, guys. So I said the settlement discount granted are given to the debtors, but the settlement discount received are granted by what? By the creditors. So this one, the settlement discount received is the one that we as a business receive, but the settlement discount granted is the one that we grant our debtors. We are encouraging them to pay on time. Can you see now? We are encouraging them to come again in the future and buy. Can you see now? We need to be careful here. There's a difference between the trade discount and the settlement discount. The trade discount is the one that we give to each other when we meet for the first time to transact. For example, if I'm selling goods on credit to Jones and we negotiate the discount during that process, that discount is going to be called trade discount. And that discount must not be recorded in the books. What you do, you just have to take it out from the amount and you forget about it. But this one, this settlement discount, it means already this person owes us. We encourage him to pay on time. That's how we grant discount. So we only record the settlement discount, not the trade discount. Let me see, yes, if you understand my explanation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, in business, some businesses, I think, some businesses, when you go and try to buy, like they write like in front of that particular premise, they say no credit because they know that if they sell on credit, there's a risk of bad debt. So people don't pay. So in other words, if they don't pay, the business loses money. So it means that this credit losses is when we are writing off a debt. So again, when you see the bad debt or the credit losses, you must always go to GJ. Okay. There's a question there. If you take drawings from petty cash, you only record it in the PCJ. Yes. Not in the CVP. Yes. You don't record it in the CVP, you record it in the PCJ share. Thank you so much. The last one here, you can see correction of errors. You will see that sometimes we make errors, so those errors will be corrected in the GJ. So guys, I'm not saying these are the only transactions, but I'm saying these are the common transactions which I've encountered during all these past years that I've been here at Varsity College, or that I've been lecturing. I've been lecturing for a long time. So trust me, these are the common ones that you're going to find. And one day you're going to shake my hand when you graduate. Jaden, PCJ is not the same as CPJ. PCJ is only for small items, like if you buy small items. So what I like about the PCJ, when they asking you for the PCJ, the transaction must tell you that you paid out of the petty cash. Can you see that? So if they're asking you for the PCJ and the CBP, don't worry. The one that go to the PCJ will always be indicated. The other question is interest received, debtors, and interest paid. The interest received, yes, is the one that we. Oh, sorry, I think I made a mistake here. So I think I solved them around. So this one I meant here. I think thank you for that for that clarity. So this error, this one must come here. So guys, this was supposed to be for creditors, and this one was supposed to be for debtors. Thank you so much. Yeah, because we grant debtors. No. Let me check here. Let me not confuse. Let me just erase this and do it again. So here okay, I said we are granting. Let me write it again so that you cannot be confused. Debtors, and then let me not put them together. Let me write it here. Creditors here. So I said oh yes, I think I was correct. Sorry, I was correct. So we receive interest from the creditors, and then we give interest to debtors. So meaning creditors give us the settlements. No, we're talking about the interest. No, so I can't see properly, guys. Sorry, guys. Let me zoom a bit. So you said Cheryl, you are asking about the interest, not about the settlement discount. So okay, let me go back to the interest. So the interest is received from debtors. Let's see. Yes, you are correct. And the interest paid is paid to creditors. Yes, you are correct, Cheryl. Sorry, I didn't understand your question. So now I understand. You are correct, Cheryl. Mr. T says, are errors corrected on the same journal in which it was made? Again, yes, it depends. But if the error took place under CBR, it depends if the CBR was understated or overstated. Can you see that? So if the CBR was understated, it's then that you are going to go in the same book. But if the CBR was overstated, you will go to another book. Okay. But Mr. T, that one of the CBR and the CBP will be part of accounting 1B second semester. You will see under bank recon, we're gonna deal with that. Okay. Okay, guys, let's not waste time on the theory, guys. I know I can talk too much. I just want us to make sure that we understand. So let's take this question, guys. I know we're not going to finish the whole thing, but at least we must touch on other things. So this was the previous test, guys. So I just want us to go through it. So firstly, guys, you need to highlight the most important information. So I'm going to avail this, guys. You can even take a picture. Okay, you can take a picture for this question now. Let me do this. Just take a picture for now because we don't have the question with you. Just take a picture. I'll give you a few seconds. Yeah, but for time being, I'm going to do this, okay? I'm going to highlight the most important information. For me, let's say I'm writing this test, I'm going to highlight the fact that I charge VAT at what? 15%. And I'm going to highlight the fact that all the amounts are inclusive of VAT unless stated otherwise. And I'm going to make sure that I highlight my month. And I'm going to make sure that I highlight my inventory system. And I'm going to make sure that I deal with the markups. And immediately when I deal with the markups, I'm going to analyze. Remember, guys, I don't know how did your lecturers teach you how to deal with the markups, but let me give you the method that I prefer. So if the markup is on cost, so it means my cost, I'm going to say CP. So my CP will always be 100. And then my markup. So remember, there are different ways of doing it. Some of you prefer using decimals. It's up to you. So immediately when I'm writing my exam, sorry guys, today I'm in a classroom next to the parking lot, so someone is revving his car like nobody's business. So I'm gonna bring my car tomorrow so that I can join. Okay, so immediately I'm gonna analyze like this. I think you understand. If the markup is on cost, you are going to have this format. Okay, there's a question there. Can they say you must prepare perpetual or periodic system? Yes, they can do that. Remember, depending on the system, some of the accounts will be different. Okay. So, but I'm gonna say when I record, I'm gonna say what if it was this periodic? I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay. So this is how I analyze if the markup is on cost. Okay. So I'm gonna analyze, and I know that if the markup is on cost, and then in most cases they are going to ask me to calculate cost of sales. So if they ask me to calculate cost of sales, so obviously I'm going to put question mark here, You see now, it means if they want me to calculate cost of sales, it's going to be like that. And obviously, I will have to have my selling price. So my selling price will have to be known before I can calculate that. So the minute I do that, I know that obviously for me to calculate cost of sales, I'm going to have 100 over 25 for my cost, if I have to calculate cost of sales. So if they're asking me for this exercise to calculate selling price, obviously I must shift this question mark to the selling price here, and I'll put XX there on the cost price. I just have to flip it around. Remember, I'm writing the exam, so I just want to make sure that by the time when I calculate, I know. So already I know if I have to find the cost of sales, I'm going to use 100 over 125. If I have to use calculate selling price, I'm going to use 125 over 100 because of this on cost. Remember, next time they can say on selling price, it's going to be a little bit different. Are you okay so far, guys, with what I'm talking about? Remember, I'm not saying you must use my technique. You can use any technique. Some of you prefer 1.25, prefer things. You can do that. You still get the same answer. Let me see, yes, guys, to show that you understand. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So you can take a picture quickly, guys, before I continue, but you can still access this, guys, on the video thereafter. Okay, guys, I'm going to switch over to the next page. So the challenge is when you are dealing with this kind of questions, they don't only give you the transactions that go to the GJ, they give you a mixture. So before we can calculate, guys, I want us to classify, to identify quickly. I'm going to ask you a question like number 1. Additional capital contribution in cash. Where will I record this one? Under which journal are we going to record this one? Write it on the chat for me. Which book? You are correct. CRD or CBR. Remember, in our case, we call it CBR. And even the CRJ is still okay. CBR. Correct. You are correct, guys. What about the second one? The owner contributed computer equipment. Where will we record this one? The computer equipment. Perfect, guys. You don't need me. You understand these things. Perfect. Yeah. I'm impressed. I am impressed. What about the 27th? Drawings of trading inventory. Where will we go? Yeah. People are on fire here. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. GJ also. Perfect. Perfect. What about the 26th? Received check from Mutapo. Where will I record this? We received a check. CRJ, I see CBP, I see CBR. Yes, you are correct. CBR, because you are receiving a check. You are receiving cash. No problem. If you got it wrong now, I don't worry. And what about the 30th? Where do you think I'm going to record this one? CBR, I'm not sure. CBR there. I see GJ. Okay, let me wait for others. I see GJ. Okay, I agree with you with when you say CBR, and I also agree with those who are saying GJ. Don't worry, I'm going to analyze it for you there. For now, we're just identifying. You see, we're going to go to the CBR and GJ. Okay, but we're going to discuss there. Let me give you an opportunity to take a picture of this. Take a picture of this, guys, so that you can know when we progress. Thank you so much, everyone. Take a picture quickly, and we take it from there. Yes, Masha, it will go to both, but remember, not the same amount. So the other amount will go to the other one, and the other amount will go to the other one. But I'm going to break it down there after. Okay, let's go to the 30th. Thank you so much, Masha. A church's lawyers notified our business that Chetty is insolvent and she managed to pay only 40 cents in every rent, and then we decided to write off the remainder. Where do you think we must record this one? GJ, I see GJ there. I see GJ, and CBR. Thank you, you are correct, Jaden, and everyone there. CBR and GJ. You see now, you will see. Don't know what I'm going to do the breakdown. So some of you are surprised. Okay, why two of them? I don't know what I'm going to deal with it there after. The interest charged by John Care on the overdue account of Sosiba. So Sosiba, it means is our data. You are on fire. Thank you so much, GJ. Perfect. You know how to show off, guys. You know how to show off. Let's show off, guys. Even if they say it will end with tears or in tears, it doesn't matter. For us, it will end in tears of joy. Don't worry. And then let's go to the last one. The repairs done to the computer during April was by mistake debited to the computer account. So where will you record this one? The last one. We are on fire. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, this is what you have to do when you are writing the exam so that you can not waste time. So please take a picture of this, guys, so that we can continue. Do you think that maybe you need a few minutes break, maybe 5 minutes break? What do you think? Or can we just continue, guys? I know it's that time. I think it's better to continue and we finish and we just disperse. Okay. So let's just continue, guys. But I think you are at home, some of you. I don't know if you are at home. You can drink water there. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna switch over to the next one. So what I did, because with BC Land, guys, you cannot keep going back and forth. So you're gonna lose information. So I just copied. Can you see? I'm gonna deal with the first one that we said GJ. You can check on your screenshots there. So we said the first one that will go to the GJ will be the one on the 12th. That is the first one. Okay. So I want us to go through this and then decide. Remember, here we need our accounting skills back. So firstly, we need to come up with the accounts involved. So let's say you are writing exam. So they say John Carr contributed. Remember, John Carr is the owner of the business. He contributed computer equipment. So this guy contributed computer equipment, but SARS unfortunately disallowed. Remember, sometimes SARS will allow you. So for this kind of a question, they must always be specific, whether we have been allowed or disallowed. So please think about your account equation and give me the two accounts involved. And when you give me those two accounts, tell me which account is that. Is it an asset or owner's equity? Is it increasing or decreasing? Under which side is it increasing or decreasing? Please write it on the chat. I want the accounts involved. Okay, thank you. I see capital there. I'm going to write capital. And what is capital to us? Okay, equipment is there. Okay, guys, you are on fire. Capital is an owner's equity. And the owner's equity, you said, is increasing. And obviously, it's increasing on there. Guys, sorry, guys, I know these things are simple, man. I apologize for bringing this simple question. I do apologize, guys. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. I appreciate, but yeah, so I know you're bored. So sorry, guys. If you're bored, I'm bored. Sorry. Equipment, guys. Sorry, can you see the reason why I'm not taking it as an obvious thing? Because that students who are still struggling, right? So I'm trying to cater for everyone. So bear with me, guys. It's also increasing in the debit side. Yes, it is. It is owner's equity, guys. Remember, account equation. So is it credit because it's owner's equity? Yes, remember the owner's equity increase on the credit side. Guys, I do have some notes. I don't know if I can check those notes. Maybe I can send you the way I deal with my rules. My rules are a little bit different. So, but yes, all the owner's equities increase on the credit side. Can you see now? This will help us a lot. And for this one, we don't have to calculate that. Okay? So it doesn't mean that we didn't pay VAT. It's just that SARS does not allow us to claim VAT. So we cannot go and claim that VAT. Remember, if they said SARS allowed us to claim VAT, we were supposed to have a third account, which is VAT. So who can tell me which VAT will be that is going to be claimed? Just write it on the chat. If we were allowed, which VAT were we supposed to write here as the third account? Yes, input VAT. Thank you so much for that. It will be input VAT. Can you see now? So be careful. So here I cannot have input VAT because I'm not allowed. So now we are ready to record. But remember, guys, the rule says the account that is debited must always come first. Okay? So, but I'm going to start with the source document. As you can see, source document there is JR. By the way, this JR is not the JR, the wrapper. Huh? You know the wrapper. It's not that one. It's just a source document. And the day here will be the 12th. Which account must I start with? Thank you so much. We start with the one that has been debited, which is equipment. And then obviously I'm going to credit capital. Now, this is how it is. Don't put them in line like that, okay? And then the amount is going to be 30780. And then the amount is 30780. It's easy like VC, as you can see. Are you with me, ladies and gentlemen? Perfect. I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you, guys. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, let me talk about the folio, guys. Folios sometimes they're not that useful. Remember, in accounting, we have got 5 groups of accounts. We have got assets, owners' equities, liabilities, incomes, and expenses. Assets, owners' equities, and liabilities are called balance sheet accounts. Incomes and expenses are called nominal accounts. So that's why if they're asking you for the folios here, because this is an asset, it will fall under balance sheet. You will see that it's going to be B, can be B1, B2, it's up to you. So even capital is an ownership, it falls under balance sheet, it's going to be B2. But in most cases, they don't want these folios. I'm just saying, are you following, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Now, they can ask you for something called narrations, guys. If they ask you for narration, Masha, there you said B1, B2. It depends which one is your first one, Masha. So, in other words, you are writing exams and then maybe I started with the other one. So, that's why we are not very strict with the numbers. We can be strict with the B's. It's either B or N. Can you see now? Numbering doesn't matter, Masha. Okay? Now, sometimes they can ask you for what we call narrations. I think they've told you about it. Narration is what I just wrote here. So you just have to summarize what happened. So what I can do is a contribution of the equipment by the owner. In short, there is no formula as long as you can do something there. Please, guys, if the question doesn't say ignore the narrations, you must write the narrations, because these narrations, I'm not lying to you, counts. How many marks? This can count 1 mark like that. Can you see if you leave all the narrations, you are losing those marks. So as long as they don't say ignore the narrations, please always have the narrations with you. Any questions, guys, before I switch over to the next? You can take a picture for this one if you want. I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. Thank you. The next one, again, same procedure. Same procedure. Firstly, we need to read. That's the first thing. Let's read. They say draw. This one is easy. They said drawings of what? Of trading inventory. Already I see the accounts with the selling price including VAT. Now the first thing that I want you to remember, know that if the owner is taking the trading stock from the business, it doesn't mean that the business is selling to the owner. No, the business is not selling to the owner. The owner just took that particular trading stock. Yes, the trading must exclude VAT at the end of the day. So it means if they gave you the selling price, do not use the selling price. Always use the cost price. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if they gave you the selling price, do not use the selling price. You must use the cost price. Examiners are very clever. They know that if they give you the selling price, people are going to use what? The selling price. So what you need to do, you need to make sure that you, I can see Masha said, only for GJ. Obviously, you can only record this kind of a transaction in the GJ. Are we together, Masha? Unless if they ask you this in the account equation. Yes, even in the account equation, you must use it. Can you see that? So even if they ask you account equation, please do not use selling price. You must find cost price. The drawings can never ever be at the selling price of that stock. Genius, thank you. That is genius, I'm telling you. The owner always takes stock at a cost price. That's a fact. So that's the first thing that you need to do. Okay? Now, firstly, yes, we know that we are not going to use this 513 date. Okay? Remember the drawings again, when we record the drawings must always include VAT, obviously, because obviously that amount has been taken by the owner. So what I want you to do, I want you to calculate the cost price on the 5130, which is including VAT. Don't take out VAT. Yes, you can still take out VAT, but it means you're still going to add it back. What I prefer you to do when you're dealing with the drawings, just take the amount given to you and find the cost price. I can see Damien's found 4104 including VAT. Please support his answer. Jaden also found it. Please support the answer there. So I'm gonna show it for those who do. Okay, you can also show us the calculation if you can for those who. These you guys. Why did you come to this lesson? Because you know these things. Come on. Remember, truly the markup. Go back to the question there where we started. The markup. We analyzed the markup already. Remember, it's gonna be 5130 times 100 because we are looking for the cost. Remember that. So please remember, I said when we were analyzing from the beginning that we knew that we were going to use this, so we analyzed in advance. Is 100 over 125 because the markup is on cost. I hope everyone is following. Please now give me the accounts involved. I want to put them down here. Tell me this is the account and this account is this. It increases and under which side? I'm waiting for you. Thank you for that trading stop. I said perfect. Yeah, you're correct there, Damien. And I think your lecturer maybe was talking about the drawings in the form of cash. Remember, the drawings can either be in the form of cash. The one in the form of cash you cannot calculate VAT, but the one that must go to the GJ you must calculate VAT. I think she meant or he meant that. I don't know, maybe she meant the other one. I don't know, but I don't want to blame anyone. But if they told you that for the one that goes to the GJ, you must not include VAT, no, that would be incorrect. Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback. Can you see that? And then we also have the other one. You said we have for trading inventory and assets. Asset is decreasing. Uh, Let me see. There's a question there. You said we must exclude VAT from the cost price only when you go and record on the trading inventory. Yes, but I'm going to show you. So if it is periodic system, you don't update the trade. Yes, you don't update trading stock, but the account is instead is going to be. No, I made a mistake on top there. So sorry guys, I made a mistake with the. I'm going to change it there. Sorry, you know, the reason why I'm making this is because I'm talking and I'm trying to answer questions. So this one here I made a mistake. I must cancel it here. This must be David. Let me just put there. Sorry guys, I'll come back to your questions. So let me just fix this. This must be David. Okay, and then yes, let me go back to the questions. Yes, then there's no VAT on cash. Yes, but on trading stock, you are correct, man. Damien, thank you so much. You are correct. Okay. So Romy, remember if it was periodic, you were supposed to use purchases instead of what? Trading stock or trading inventory. Uh, so I saw someone gave me some accounts up there. So do you think that we have got the yes, let's talk about do you think that there is VAT implication on this transaction? Must I have VAT? If so, what is that VAT? Yes, there is. I agree with you. We need to have VAT. So what is that VAT? Yes, the VAT output. You are correct. And what is it to us? Angela, please ask me a question if you are lost there. The VAT will be output. I hope everyone is following. Now, let's come back here. I'm going to ask you a question. Guys, which one out of these three accounts, the drawings, trading, inventory, and output, which one do you think is the main account out of these three? Which one is the biggest of them all? Between drawings, trading, inventory, and output. Damien said, thank you, I agree with you. Drawings is the main account. Okay, drawings is the main account. And you know the reason why we must know the main account? Because the main account is the account that is going to absorb the whole amount with VAT. So I'll know already my drawings will be, I know already my drawings will be 4104. Why? Because that 4104 is including VAT. Can you see now? So the importance of knowing the main account. Okay? Now, we can either calculate trading inventory first or output VAT first. For me, I prefer to calculate VAT first. So please calculate VAT for me on 4104. I want the VAT here. How much will be the VAT? I think you still remember how to calculate VAT. But it doesn't matter which one do you start with. So I just want you to calculate VAT for me. 535, who supports? Thank you, thank you. You are on fire. 535.30. Thank you so much. Listen up. So immediately, okay, Damien said the inventory is 35. Let me write it down. If you support Damien, please let me see if you support 3569.70. You are on fire. Remember, it's just the difference between the two amounts. Okay. So analyzing is very much important. So now we are ready. Perfect. Thank you, Jada. Thank you, everyone, for that. Please, if you don't understand, you need to ask because I want to know if you don't understand. So obviously, the source document is going to be JR 244 On the 21st, remember the one that is debited must be on top. Which one do you think I must start with? Thank you so much for supporting. Mr. T says 3568. No, I think it's the conversion. $3569, but yeah, it's okay. No, I think it's the same thing because I think if you convert it when I go to, I don't know, maybe it's your calculators. That's why there is. Is it 3569 or 3568, guys? Let me just use my calculator. No, okay, let's just take it as 3569 because even if you can convert 3568.7 to the, it's going to be 359. I can ignore the signs if you want, but I'm going to take which one? 3568 because you said it's 3568, okay? I'm going to take that one. Hopefully you understand. So which account do we start with? Thank you so much. Remember, the one that is debited we must start with. Do we have any other account that is debited? No. So meaning now we can credit trading inventory, and we can also credit. We know the amounts already, we just copy and paste. And then you said the output VAT is 535 point, I don't remember, 0.30. And you said the answer there is 3568.70. 3568.70. Thank you so much for that. Okay, why is output VAT instead of that? That's a good question. Okay, for you to understand this, Sherry, is because you must ask yourself, by the time when you bought this invention, before the owner took it, you bought this invention. This inventory, when you bought it, you had input VAT. But now because you did not sell that inventory and the owner took it, you need to reverse that input VAT. That's why instead we call it output VAT because we are trying to decrease. It's just the reversal of the input VAT. So for you to understand, just understand, initially it was input VAT when I bought it, but because the owner took it, it's not part of the business anymore. We call it output in order for us to cancel the input. Are you okay, Sharon? Yes, just like that. Because I don't want you to memorize. What if one day you become a lecturer? So you must know how to explain. Sales is output. What do you mean by sales is output? Oh, I understand. When you sell is output. Yes, I do understand. I mean. Guys, can I move to the next page? Thank you. You see practice, but you guys are gonna pass. You are going to pass. Let's try the next one. The next one, it says received. Let me highlight. We received 1, 2, 3 from Cox, less 5% discount for balance owing at the beginning. So we were owing him, he was owing us, and we received 1, 2, 3, 120. And remember, you and I, we said we come to the GJ, but what we did, we said, if you remember very well, when we were highlighting them, we said this one will go to CBR. Remember, because we're receiving it. So this amount, because we received it, This amount must go to the CBR. And then, should we only put settlement discount? Yes, in the GJ, we only have settlement discount. Yes, in the GJ. So the 5% is the one that goes to the GJ. So you need to be careful in the exam. But I know for this exercise, we don't have to. Remember, Jaden, when you go to the CBR, you are going to record it under the bank. Remember, under CBR, the main account, the main column is the bank. You will see this amount under the bank. And you also see it under the debtors control in the CBR. But now we cannot record 1, 2, 3 under what? Under GJ. In the GJ, we only record the settlement discount. Are we together, Jaden? No problem. So the question is, I'm giving you half a minute. I want you to calculate the 5% for me. Yes, Masha, you are correct. In the CBR, you only record what you received. You record 1, 2, 3, 120. Guys, I want everyone, we are about 59 of us. I want you to write the answer that you found. Please calculate the discount for me. I want to see your discount displayed on the chat now. I want to see everyone. You must calculate. Otherwise, I'm going to call you by name and then you're going to tell me how much is your answer. Okay, I can see 6156. Okay, let me see other 6156. 6156, 6156, 6156, 6156, 6156. Thank you so much. 6156, 6156. 6156, 6156, 6156. I feel like I'm in an auction. 6156, 6156, 6156. Okay, no problem. We can discuss. Thank you so much, guys, for responding. It means a lot to me. Let's talk next. I don't know if your lecturers explained this to you guys, but it doesn't matter. I'm also your lecturer. The minute you see the amount received, Mr. T. so okay. So the minute you see the amount received, it means we received this amount. We received 120. So I'm going to analyze. I'm not saying you are wrong. I'm just analyzing for now. Okay. So what does this mean? It means this 120 is equivalent to 95%. You understand me so far? Let me see. Yes. So 123 is equivalent to 95%. Let me see if you agree with me. I want to see yes. Guys, sorry, I'm not trying to finish your ink. Please write yes. I like it when I see yes. No problem. So this means that the way you calculated, ladies and gentlemen, is incorrect. Because the amount owed at the beginning was not 123, 120. Already they deducted 5%. Are we together? So it means we cannot say 123, 120 times. Yes, we are all wrong, but next time, Mapula gave me the answer already. But so I'm gonna go through it, okay? We are all incorrect. So let me tell you something in business. When someone pays us, let's say for example you owe me 5,000 and I give you the discount of 500. You can't give me 5,000 and say take back 500. No, you only have to give me 4,500. So in the exam, when they say you received already, just know that this amount already excludes 5%. You cannot say 123 times 120. There are two ways of doing it. You can first determine which amount was outstanding before they deducted that 5%. Here is how you can do it. You can go back and say, okay, 123, 120. If you divide it by 0.95 or 95%, is up to you. You will get the original amount. Now, you will get that original amount. Please use the calculator. Just say 123, 120 divided by 0.95 or divide by 95. Thank you so much. It's 129, 600. Thank you so much, David, for that. So this was the amount that was outstanding, 129, 600. So it's then that you can say 129, 600. You can multiply it by 5%. And it's then that you get how much? 648. You know, guys. So this is a very tricky situation, guys. So you need to check the question. Next time you can be correct with that 6156. If they said the amount owed was 123, yes, you were correct. You would have been correct by saying 5 times by 5%. But you can't because already they deducted 5%. Do you see that? Or if you don't want to say 129, 600 times 5%, you should have said 129, 500. 129, is it 500? 600 minus 123. I think you do the same answer. Am I correct? If you say 129, 600, 129, 600 minus 120, I think you get the same. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think you get the same amount. Or we have got another way. I normally call it the Sylvester's way of doing it. Let me show you the Sylvester's way of doing it. The Sylvester's way of doing it, I can take that 123, 120, I can multiply it That's another Sylvester's way of doing it. You can get it like that. You see, remember, you are allowed to show off in accounting. You can choose whatever you want to. But what I'm looking for that 648. Please tell me that you are not going to make a mistake in the exam. You will read the question carefully. As long as they say you receive that amount, receiving it means already at your disposal. Can I see yes, 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 amen, hallelujah, everything let's say, so that I can know that you are on point with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we know. Now we know. We met each other. We know now. Thank you so much. Tango is thank you. I thank you so much. Tango, thank you. Now we are ready to record. But please give me the accounts involved. I want the accounts involved, and I trust you. Yes, Masha, 6,480 is 5%. Thank you so much. Is that discount that I'm looking for? Okay, Damien gave me. Okay, Damien gave me sales. Okay, no problem. I've got debt. Let me write it here. Firstly, let me start with the debtors. Debtors and debtors control. Debtors control is an asset. And the asset is, let's see, decreasing on the credit side. I think you agree with me there. We also have sales. I like this. Guys, if you don't understand, but in brackets, I'm going to write settlement discount. And then some income decrease. You must ask me a question if it doesn't make sense, because I don't want you to copy and paste that. Please tell me about the first two accounts that you see. Do you agree with me? Maybe something doesn't make sense then. Remember, those who did metric accounting, I don't know whether it changed from metric accounting. We used to have an account called settlement discount granted. Okay, but now instead of saying settlement discount granted, guys, you say sales. Settlement affects sales. So if you write settlement discount granted as an account, they're going to penalize you. Instead, just write sales, because settlement discount granted affect sales. Are we together? Are we on the same page? Do you think that there is a VAT implication on this transaction? Is VAT implication? Do we have any VAT implications? VAT input. Okay, yes, thank you. And then VAT input being debited. Ah, guys, you're on fire. You don't need me. Input VAT. You are on fire. Assets increase on the debit side. Ah, you're on fire, guys. Sorry, guys, my input looks like input. It's okay. Masha, remember, we're not selling here. We are not selling Masha here. If we were selling, we'll say output. We sold before, it was output. But because now we're giving the discount, we must reverse the output to become input. Can you see? So it's just a separate, it's like something that you need to be careful. So if you struggle to understand whether it's input or output, just check initially what happened. We sold to a data, that was output. But now we are giving a data discount. We need to reverse that output and we call it input. It's just reversing the output. For you to reverse the output, you call it input. For you to reverse the input, you call it the output. Are you okay, Masha? Thank you so much. Now we are ready for action. Please tell me what to do. I'm going to put this JR 245 and then I'm going to put the day will be the 30th. Please tell me which account to start with. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate sales. And then we also have to debit what? Remember the ones which are debited, we must put them first. And obviously we must credit. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Can you see now? Thank you so much. Now, let me ask you a question. Is this 6480 including VAT or excluding VAT? Is this 6480 including VAT or excluding VAT? Damien said including Jaden. Yes, I agree with you, Jaden. Don't change the answer. Oh, no, we've got two Jaden. Sorry, I thought you changed the answer. So the answer is yes, it is including VAT. Can you see now? So, sorry, Jaden. So last story. So it is including VAT because obviously by the time when we sold, we did include VAT. Can you see now? So it means if it is including VAT, this amount of 6480 must be absorbed by the main account. So which one do you think is the main account between the sales input and debtors? Because I must go and put that 6480. Where must I record 648? Which one is the main account? The main account is debtors, so I'm going to put 6480 in line with what? With debtors. So I'm going to put 648. Can you see now? It's important, guys, to know the main account because the main account will take everything including VAT. This is very much important. Okay, now you can calculate input for me. I think you know how to calculate input. So use this amount which is including VAT and calculate VAT for me. I want my input VAT. The input VAT is 845.2. Okay, I'm gonna write it here for time being. 845.2. 22 or 21. I see 22. Okay, I'm gonna put 22. And how much will be the sales? Thank you so much for that. Is it 5634? Yes, 5634.78. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Please, if you are struggling, just ask, guys. Don't worry. Remember, you are here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Okay, so please let me give you an opportunity to ask a question. Let me give you an opportunity. Where did you get these answers? Jaden, which answers? Please be specific. I think it's just because of the rounding off, but yeah, I will accept those answers. Even your answer, I will accept it. 5634.7. I hope I don't 84. So okay, you don't know how we found them. Let me calculate them for you quickly here, Jaden. And let me calculate because I want you to make sure that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So for this one, let me just write it, try to find a way of showing it to you. So for this one, we said 6480 times 15 over 115. I don't know if your lecturer showed you this method or the other method. And then this one, we said 6480 minus 845.22. Are you okay? I hope you're okay there with that. Let me know if you're okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Guys, remember you need to ask questions on the board. Why is sales debited? Is because discount granted. Because of the settlement discount granted. Settlement discount granted. You're still writing something, discount granted. Remember, if you give someone a discount, okay, let me explain it like this. If let's say, for example, I sell to you for 5,000 and I give you discount of 500, does this mean that my sales is 5,000? No. It can't be 5,000 because of the discount. So my sales will go down by 500 because I gave you a discount of 500. That's why sales is decreasing. And sales is an income. Incomes decrease on the debit side and they increase on the credit side. Are you okay, Kolagano? So it's because of the effect. I'm not selling at the moment, Kolagano. I am giving discount. That's why it's a little bit. So it's just that it is very confusing because people will think that I'm selling. I'm not selling. Okay, I'm not selling at all. Okay, please ask questions. Don't be afraid. Because I know maybe sometimes you are afraid to ask me questions. I know sometimes you are afraid of asking questions because sometimes you see which question is that, Cheryl? I'm just trying because I've got too many questions. Maybe I lost it on the way. Why did we say name each sales instead? Remember, like I said, is because we are not selling. This is the settlement discount granted. So the discount granted affects sales negatively. So we are affecting sales directly. That's why we said sales instead of settlement discount granted. I know before, and those who did metric accounting, they know that they used to use settlement discount granted. Now we don't have to use settlement discount granted. Instead, we use sales. You will see by the time when you deal with your accounting 1B, there is something called statement of income statement. In that statement, when you put your sales, you must first minus discount granted. You must first minus any allowances to discount. Can you see now? So now we're doing it directly. We don't have to wait for the income statement. I don't know if it is clear, Cheryl, at the moment. Yes, for me, if you say settlement discount granted, it's going to be correct, but they can penalize you and say, nowadays we don't call it settlement discount granted. We call it sales because it affects sales. I hope you get me. Sorry, guys. I know sometimes it can be confusing. Remember, guys, there is nothing like a silly question. The reason why I'm saying this, like I say to most of my students, if someone says it is a silly question, no, they're lying. Yes, we call it sales, not settlement discount granted. Yes. So can you see, even if you can call it the settlement discount granted, at a later stage when you go to the financial statements, of which is not part of our syllabus, you're still going to minus sales from minus settlement discount granted from the sales. But now they say we don't have to wait for the income statement. We just minus it at the moment. But unfortunately, if you record it as settlement discount granted, they're going to penalize you. Not because you are wrong, you are correct, but you use the wrong way of showing it. That's how they want it to be shown. Okay? So whether you call it settlement discount granted or sales, your final answer, the profit will still be the same, but the process will be incorrect. Are we together, Shane? I hope you understand. Are you okay, Sharon? Was everyone correct? Okay at the moment? I guess so. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, you can ask any question. Like I said, there's nothing like a silly question. If someone says this question is silly, don't worry, guys, they mean good. When people say silly, be happy because my name is Sylvester. I think you know me by now. Sometimes my friends call me silly. So silly is not a bad thing. Silly just means Sylvestish. Sylvestish means good. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just saying, guys. So don't worry. Any question is allowed. I'm trying to prove a point here. I switch over if you don't understand. Do you understand? Can I move on? Can I say yes, 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 so that I can move on? Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, the other one is here. So, let me just find the color so that I can highlight. Here we've got this guy by the name of Chetty. Unfortunately, Chetty is insolvent. Remember, if you are insolvent, it means you are unable to pay your debts. But luckily, she paid 40 cents. Don't be confused by this 40 cents. In easy terms, this 40 cents is the same as 40%. Don't be confused. Don't worry and say, what is it? It means 40% in every rent. And then we decided to write off. We wrote off the remainder. So what do they mean by say remainder? By remainder, they are referring to 60% is the remainder because she paid us 40%. Okay, so we have got two entries here. So because this 40% was received, it means we are going to take this 40% to CBR. So 40% will go to CBR because we received it. But 60%, because we're going to write it off, it will go to the GJ. Are you following, ladies and gentlemen? Can you see how does it work? So if this question, they asked you to record even also under CBR, you were supposed to take the 40% to the CBR and the 60% to the GJ. Are we together? Thank you. So now let's find, because now we're not interested in 40%, we are interested in 60%. Please take out your calculator and say 54,720 times 60%. Please tell me how much you got. What is the 60% of that? Let me understand. Let me see what's going on. Thank you so much. 32832. You are on fire. You are on fire. Fire, fire, fire. Thank you, guys. So now we know that we are going to record 32832. So please give me the accounts involved in this. Give me the accounts involved. Thank you so much. I can see the credit losses. Credit losses. Remember, you can also call it bad debt. It's up to you. It's an expense and it's increasing on the debit side. And then the other one you said, thank you so much. The other one, I see debtors. Yeah, thank you so much. Debtors. Control. It's an asset. Decrease on the credit side. And I can see the other one here, the input bed. You are on fire. Sure. You are on fire. So guys, I'm just writing this for those who don't understand. Because you'll never know. In accounting, we don't have therefore like in mathematics. No, we can't say therefore because others understand. I do understand. We don't do it like that. Okay. Please let me know. No, you won't be penalized, Megan, because yeah, bad debt is still allowed. You can call it bad debt. I hope everyone is following. Now, let's record. I'm going to put the information for time being. I'm going to put JR 246. I'm going to put the 30th. And then I'm going to record. Okay, which account must I start with? Thank you so much, David, for that. Remember the one that you, David, you must always start with. And then the one that follows, because I'm also having another David, I must come and put it in line there. Don't forget, you must always record the debited account first. And it's then that I can record the debtors at the bottom. So the one that is credited will always end with okay. So let me ask you an obvious question. Which one out of these three do you think is the main account? And you know the reason why I'm asking you that. Debtors is the main account. Thank you so much for that. It's the main account, meaning the main account will take the whole amount of 32. So which amount must I put in line with debtors? What must I write in debtors? Because we said debtors is the main account. Which amount will I write? Thank you so much for that, because it's including that. Okay. So I'm going to have 32832 because this amount is including that there. Already is including that. Remember, all the amounts are including that. They told you from the statement on top. So as long as you know that it's vegetable, just know that the VAT is included. So please find VAT quickly for me. Let's see if you can find VAT. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's 4282.43. Thank you so much. 4282. Please find the credit loss for me. Thank you so much, guys. I like this. Okay, you said two, no problem. 28549.57. You are on fire, guys. Our haters are seeing flames. Let's make sure that we impress them once again with the correct answers. If they become angry, let's accelerate, guys. You know, haters can give us the energy to proceed in life. Okay, so let's make sure that we understand that. Okay, I'm happy with the progress. The question is, No, remember I said narrations, you can put them. That's why I've been ignoring narrations, because I thought maybe you can be able to come with your own narrations. Okay, narrations, you just have to summarize the transaction. So for this one, you can just say amount written off. Amount written off at 60% of the outstanding amount. So it's up to you. 2.8 is the difference between the two amounts, Jared. Is it correct? You say, if I wrote 285.6, yes, it will be correct. Obviously, I can't penalize you for those. Jared said, how did you get 2849? Is the difference between the two amounts, Jared? Let me write it down for you. You can just say this amount, we said 32832 less 4282.43. Are you okay, Jared? That's how we found it. Okay. So can you see the minute you find that, the difference will be the other amount. Can you see now? So it will be like that. No problem. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome, guys. For narrations, guys, please, you can write whatever you think is correct. You can even take it from here. So 60% of the remainder has been written off in bracket. It's up to you the way you want to put it. Can I switch over to the next one, guys, before I release you guys? No problem. Let's go. We are only left with a few, guys. Very easy, those ones. So for this one, they say the interest charged by Jonka. Remember, Jonka is us. We are Jonka. So we charged someone who was outstanding. Please give me the two accounts for this one. Give me the two accounts. Thank you so much, Damien, for that. I appreciate this a lot. Okay, let us control, and the other one is the interest income. The interest income, as it explains itself, the interest income is an income, and incomes are an increase on the credit side. Can you see here? It's like we're also revising account equation. Can you see now? Any possible third account? Don't you see that? Don't you think that we need to calculate VAT? Don't you think that we must calculate VAT? If so, what VAT is that? Must we calculate VAT? So if so, which VAT is that? No, they say, I see no, 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 yes. I like the diamonds, yes, we can't, because this, remember I told you the interests are exempt. Do not calculate any VAT. Can you see? Just go and record them. Can you see? This one is easier. So please tell me, okay, obviously it's JR 247, and then we must have the 30th. And which account must I start with? Thank you so much, Damien, for that. Thank you so much, Masha. And obviously, I'm going to credit interest income. And as you can see, it's very easy like that. And you just put 2,400. 3,400, and then you put 2,400. Can you see now? Just like that. Narration, you can just say interest charged on the overdue account. Can you see now? It's up to you guys. Can you see this one is very easy? Can I switch over to the next one, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for that. The next one, which is going to be the last one, repairs done to the computer. Let me just highlight. We made the repairs to the computer. By mistake, we debited what? The computer equipment. So just give me the two accounts for this one now. You made a mistake. Obviously, you can see the two accounts already. Give me the two accounts. The two accounts will be the two accounts where you made mistake. Remember, we are not the ones who did the repairs. Someone did the repairs for our computer equipment. So yes, we're going to have repairs and computer equipment or equipment. Okay, this is what we are going to have. Okay, so remember, you just have to switch them around. So we debited computer by mistake. What must we do now? For us to fix it, we're going to credit computer. This one is very easy. And we're going to do the right thing. What is the right thing? The right thing, we need to debit what? Perfect. Let me see now. So it means we must come here, JR 248 on the 30th. Obviously, the account to debit must come first, and the account to credit must come after. But the question is, we have got 2394. Is this the amount that I'm going to use? Is there any VAT implication? Because they say the amount excludes VAT. So what do you think I must do? Must I use this amount or must I do some calculations? Is there any VAT implications? Let me see what you think. Let me see what you think. Must I record this amount as it is? Just a correction. Thank you so much. What we just do, we just have to say 2394. That's all. And they even told you, can you see now? They even told you that, if you can check, they told you that VAT was treated correctly. Can you see now? So you don't have to worry about VAT, only worry about this amount. Honestly speaking, guys, I think we did fairly well. And thank you so much, guys, for always, you chose me. So there are very few people who can be chosen. So I'm very happy, guys. So thank you so much, guys, for always taking time to attend my lessons. And I appreciate it. Yes, you can just write correction of error. You are perfect. Perfect, Damien. Thank you so much. You can just say correction of error. Thank you, guys. I think we did our part.